Well, the entire city of Jackson and the city of Flowood are under a boil water notice tonight, and according to the Mississippi State Department of Health, E. coli bacteria was found in both water samples.
12 News' Cameron Smith joins us in studio. And Cameron, what is the Department of Health saying about this?
Melanie, the Department of Health says they followed all procedures in the testing process as outlined by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. The health department doesn't believe that any cross-contamination occurred during the testing of samples in the lab. Jackson water officials believe it is highly unlikely that two separate water systems that were tested at the same time and in the same lab would both be positive for E. coli. This is what third-party administrator Ted Hennepin believes.
This was a false positive, that this isn't business as usual, and they won't see these again unless there's another problem in the lab. And, I would encourage them to, reach out to the Mississippi Department of Health about, maybe they need to change their procedures.
Jeff Good, who owns multiple restaurants in Jackson, reacted to today's water bowl notice.
If this is true, the Department of Health has done exactly what they needed to do. If it's a false test, this has been a really unfortunate situation for a number of reasons. To me, and to I think anyone who lives in either city, and certainly those of us in the restaurant business who are right now in service, suffering through this, and we haven't had to in a year, I think any of us would simply say, tomorrow morning, I hope we are hitting those test sites quick. I hope we're rushing those samples to the lab. I hope we are immediately going to release the results. And if they are clear, we need to lift the boil water notice.
Boil water notices are very costly to restaurants.
You have to start serving canned water, canned soft drinks, things like tea and coffee. Machines that make tea and coffee, espresso machines, coffee machines, tea machines, they don't boil water. So you can't just make hot coffee and make that work. You have to use bottled water for the input.
And Ted Hennepin says something like this is going to cause distrust in both government and water in similar communities. Hennepin says they have not had any positive samples in over a year, and this would set back their progress. Byron?